All right, I'm coming in late with this one, so disclosure day. This movie is actually directed by Steven Spielberg. Now, what happens in this movie is basically there's these two characters that want to reveal to the world that aliens are real and they've been visiting. And the government agency is trying to stop them, right, from revealing all the secrets and stuff like that. So basically, that's the whole premise of the movie. And to be honest with you, I was really looking forward to this movie. It was one of my most anticipated films of this year. And after watching this movie, I can say that this movie is kind of disappointing. Now, I don't think this movie was all bad. I think this was just an average movie, but it was disappointing because there are some things in this movie that literally make no sense. Like, for example, I'll give you guys an example. Now, I'm not going to get into any heavy spoilers here, but I will be touching on a few things here and there because otherwise it will be hard for me to tell you why it doesn't make sense. So we'll be touching on a few things. So first, the government agency that are trying to actively stop these two characters from releasing everything to the public. It's the same 15 people trying to stop the same 15 people. Like, why can't they get help from the FBI, the CIA, or the local police? Like, why don't they why don't they ask for their help to stop these two? You know what I mean? They could have ended it so quickly if they went there because they're basically, driving around and everything like that. So why don't they use the help of the police? Why don't they use, surveillance stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like law enforcement would do. See, that part of it that makes no sense. Why didn't they use it? There was no excuse for them not to use them. You know what I mean? So that's a bit weird that didn't happen. It was just the same 15 people trying to track them down. Or I say 15 people, but it's more like 30. I think it's about 30 people trying to stop them. But yeah, same group, same small group that are trying to stop them. Like if they called the police, the FBI, they could get thousands of people trying to track them down. But they didn't do that. They couldn't even use the media. They didn't even use the media to try, to say, the government's looking for these people. If you see these people, call the thing. But that never happens in this movie almost. So, yeah, that part of it makes no sense that they didn't get help from other government agencies, and including the police. So that part doesn't make sense. There's also, what's another weird thing is that, now this is the part I actually didn't like either. So Emily Blunt's character, she basically starts developing these powers to where she can appear to someone they love. So the person she's talking to, she can appear to someone they love, and she can kind of manipulate them in a sense. Now there is a scene in this movie where she breaks into it's basically like a government. I want to say it's a government facility, but it's like it was almost like it looks like a military, like a hangar military base kind of thing to try to rescue one of the characters. And she basically just walks in there, tricks everybody into thinking it's like a loved one, and they basically, oh yeah, here's this, yeah, here's that, here's the guy you were looking for. Now, they especially the leader of this government group, he knows about our powers, right? He knows what's going on. But yeah, he somehow surrenders to the power. He's like, okay, take her. And even the guy asks, why are you seeing? Why are you just letting her go? What are you doing? He goes, oh yeah, I saw my, I think he said dead wife or something like that. Now that makes no sense because logically, if someone were to walk into a secret base that you're supposed to be protecting and stuff like that, even if what you're viewing as an enemy is tricking you, you will try to stop them anyway. You know what I mean? So that logically make no sense. I don't understand why they did that. You know what I mean? It's almost like they were implying she's becoming Jesus or something like that, which is a bit weird. That's the one thing I really didn't like about this movie. There are some weird shit that happens in this movie which I didn't like. Now, everything I'm saying, I'm being a bit vague because I don't want to spoil it for people, but if you've seen the movie, you know the scenes I'm talking about. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because even the ending, right now, I'm not going to spoil what the ending is, but basically they're about to stop these two from actually revealing it to the world, but all of a sudden, they just give up. Why? There's no point of that because you spent through the whole movie trying to stop these people from revealing everything. All of a sudden, you just give up. What's the point of that? You know what I mean? So the ending was a bit of a waste because even when they're about to reveal everything to the world, right? Because even you're thinking like, why is this aliens even coming? Why is this why is all of this even happening? So right when about to reveal it, all of a sudden the movie just ends without explanation. Like why? What was the point of that? You know what I mean? Like because like I said, you spent watching this movie the whole time. They're trying to reveal everything to the world, but they're going through all these turbulence, trying to hide from the government, trying to do certain things to finally reveal it, right? When you get to the final reveal, all of a sudden, before they even reveal it, the movie just ends. Like you're thinking, like, damn, I just sat here trying to, thinking about like how is this gonna, what's the big secret, and all of a sudden it just ends. Like I don't know why they decided to do that. That was a bit weird. And like I said, the ending, like when them giving up, the government agency just giving up like that made no sense at all. But like I said, now this movie is not all bad. There are some things I do like about the movie. Like I do like the lighting they used for the movie. I do like the overall like arc of the story, like not the arc, the whole concept of the story. I did like that because it is based on like the alien conspiracies and stuff like that, which I did like. That's what the one thing I really did like about this movie is the whole concept of the movie, the whole concept of the story, right? I did like that. I do think that it's very well acted. I do think that it's very well acted and very believable with the acting. The CGI actually in the movie, there are some CGI with the animals that kind of look very like CGI, like you could tell it's fakey. Now, there might be a reason why they did it. Maybe it was done on purpose because there are some things going on with the animals which I'm not going to reveal because it's too spoilery. But there are some things with the animals that they do reveal. Maybe that's why they made them look fakey. But I don't know. I don't think that's the case. But yeah, the animals do look fakey, which I did. That's another thing I didn't like. But like the concept of the story was good. The action scenes were pretty good. The lighting was pretty good. That stuff I did like. That it was well acted, as I mentioned before. Now, for me, this movie is an average movie. Like I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. But I do think it was entertaining. Like I think it is an entertaining movie. Yeah, so those are my thoughts because it's like I said, it's a weird movie to be honest with you because there are some things that don't make sense and there's the whole thing like this Jesus thing that they're trying to do like in the movie, which kind of felt weird. Which I don't know why they decided to take it. The movie kind of feels like it's a bit all over the place as well sometimes because, like I said, there are some problems with the movie. Like I said, look, I do like the whole concept of the movie and what they were trying to do, but the way they told the story, the things that were happening, kind of destroyed the story almost. Not fully destroyed the story, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's a bit weird. I don't know, it's a bit weird, but anyway. Those are my overall thoughts. Now, do I recommend this? Now, if you're into the conspiracy, the alien conspiracy, or you want to watch a movie that's based on the alien conspiracies and stuff like that, the government cover-ups about that too, I think you will like the movie. But I would say this: don't expect something too big either, because like I said, there are some things that don't make any sense, and it kind of does get you out of it when things don't make sense. Like that, there are some dumb decisions here and there in the movie as well. So that's the only thing that drags this movie down as well. But like I said, if you want to watch a movie that's based on the alien conspiracies and the alien cover-ups and stuff like that, I think you will like this movie. But again, do not expect anything amazing here either, because I do think it's just an average film, nothing special. But it is entertaining enough, if that makes sense, because like I said, there are some dumb things in this movie that do drag it down a bit, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's enough from me. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And yeah, thank you for watching.